Well, it is good to be with you on October the 25th. Read through the Word. Today's one of those kind of sobering lessons. And it's one of those lessons that we can easily tie back to the Old Testament. We've done a lot of paralleling with our scriptures this year and lining up, matching up, corresponding Old Testament with New Testament. But there's a lot of paralleling to do from New Testament to Old Testament. And we find that in this passage today. We find here this generous owner of this vineyard was kind enough, and it was very heard of in the day. Tenant farming was very commonplace in this day. So this farmer bought this land. He's generous. He lets these people farm or not farm, but work the vineyards. They didn't buy it. They didn't build it, but they're getting the benefit of it. You see where I'm going here? And they rejected what they owed the owner, the farmer. The farmer was very generous. He was also very patient. He kept sending back another person and another person. He even sent his son. And still was rejected. Now, the Jewish people, this was an audience of Jewish people, they understood exactly what Jesus was saying. They would be versed in the prophecies of Isaiah. And I put the scripture, I don't know that I put the scripture on your notes. It's Isaiah 5, 1 and 7, 1 through 7. And I want to read this to you and just see how the story here lines up with Isaiah. This is Isaiah, as I said, 5, 1 through 7. Now I will sing for the one I love a song about his vineyard. My beloved had a vineyard on a rich and fertile hill. He plowed the lands, cleared its stones, and planted it with the best vines, and carried a winepress in the nearby rocks. Then he waited for a harvest of sweet grapes, but the grapes that grew were bitter. Now you people of Jerusalem and Judah, you judge between me and my vineyard. What more could I have done for my vineyard that I have not already done? When I expected sweet grapes, why did my vineyard give me bitter grapes? Verse 5, now let me tell you, what will I do with my vineyard? I will tear down its hedges and let it be destroyed. I will break down its walls and let the animals trample it. This is strong language. I will make it a wild place where the vines are not pruned and the ground is not hoed, a place overgrown with briars and thorns. I will command the clouds to drop no rain on it. The nation of Israel is the vineyard of the Lord of heaven's armies. The people of Judah are his pleasant garden. He expected a crop of justice, but instead he found oppression. He expected to find righteousness, but instead he heard cries of violence. How it must have broken Jesus' heart to tell such a parable. You know, this is not something that he wanted. You know, he came to be their rescuer, their redeemer. But he was rejected by his own. And how painful these must have been these parables that he kept telling over and over again about the great feast and the two sons and all of these that are pointing, today's lesson, all of these are pointing to the fact that Jerusalem, the Jewish people, missed it. They missed it. And how sad it must have been for him. How painful it must have been for God, knowing that his only son would be dying for a nation that was rejecting him. You know, we have the same, we can parallel, I should say, the same concepts from this parable to our lives as well. And that farmer, that generous farmer, is our generous God. He's created the world. He owns everything in it. We didn't do anything for it. He created us to live in it, to have dominion over the earth. He allowed us, by his grace, to live here and to partake in his goodness, his mercy, his riches. He sent his only son to save this world. And friends, this generous God is coming back. He's coming back to take his children from this world. And we want to make sure that when he comes back, he finds us faithful. And that while we are here, he finds us faithful. With the world that we did not create, that we do not deserve, with grace and mercy abounding that is not anything that we deserve, but he freely gives. Am I withholding from my generous God? Am I rejecting my generous God? Is he extending patience to me right now? Over and over again by repeating the same message and I'm just not getting it? Let's be found faithful, both right now and when he returns. We'll see you next time on Read Through the Word.